If you have car insurance, you have liability coverage. Most people think that means they're protected. But here's the thing. Your liability limits might be the reason why you lose your home. In Texas, the state minimum liability limits are not designed to protect you. They're designed to get you off the road if you have an accident. Texas requires every driver to have at least $30,000 worth of liability coverage per person and $60,000 per accident. Now, that sounds like a lot until you consider that an ER visit alone might cost $30,000 to $40,000. That's before you consider ambulance costs, surgery, and any follow-up care that you might need. That's what liability insurance actually does. It pays for another person's injuries and property damage for an accident that you cause. Not yours, theirs. And if the damages exceed your liability limits, the other party can come after your personal assets for the remainder. Your savings, your home, your paycheck. Let's imagine that you run a red light and you T-bone another vehicle. 2 people are injured. One person has a broken arm and the second person has a back injury that requires surgery. Total medical costs for that could easily be $150,000. And if you have the Texas minimums for liability insurance, your insurance company is going to pay out $60,000 in damages. That means that the other party can come after you personally for the other $90,000 of damages. That's not a hypothetical. That happens to real people every single day. Thankfully, the fix is simple. Taking your liability limits from the state minimums up to $100,000 per person, $300,000 per accident, or what most people refer to as 100-300 coverage, usually only costs $10 to $20 per month. That's it. For most people, that's the difference between being exposed and being protected. I'm a licensed insurance agent here in Texas, and I help review policies for people all the time that have been paying for coverage for years. Good, honest people that didn't know that their liability limits left them that vulnerable. It was never explained to them, and that's what I'm here to change. If you want to know if your liability limits will actually protect you, drop your zip code in the comments section or send me a message. I'll tell you exactly what I'd recommend for your situation. No sales pitch, no high pressure, just a straight answer. Your electronic policy documents or your policy they sent you in the mail tells you what your limits are. Pull it out tonight, take a look at those numbers. You might be surprised.